So if you're like me, you're super hyped for Miles Morales PS5 because why the heck wouldn't you be? Because Spider-Man on PS4, it was freaking awesome. I loved it. That being said, I think Miles Morales can do some really cool things that they can add, but there's also some things that, come on, guy, like we need to change. You better not have this, Miles. I mean, it's not your fault, Miles. You're not developing your own game. Anyways, let's get on to it. The first thing that I want out of this Miles Morales game is a great villain, right? Spider-Man PS4 had some awesome villains. I don't want to spoil if you haven't played it, but the villain in Spider-Man PS4 was really good. I liked his development, and I liked how cool he was, and the mystery and the intrigue around him and the suspense. It was really cool. In Miles Morales PS5, I want a really cool fleshed out villain. Like, yes, flesh out Miles, but I also want a fleshed out villain. That being said, I don't want him to be like that good of a villain, if you know what I'm saying. Like, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of great Spider-Man villains out there, but I don't want to use one of Peter's big enemies. I want to see go against Peter, you know? Show me one of those weird, I don't know, all these freaky Spider-Man villains. Show me that big wheel from the animated series. I want to see Miles fight the big wheel. That's it. If this game doesn't have the big wheel, 0 out of 10, I'm not playing it. You shouldn't play it. Just kidding. Bring one of these weird abstract villains into the light, you know? I want to see that. The next thing I want Miles to be developed more. I think one of my only critiques with the PS4 Spider-Man game is I think Miles is kind of boring, if I'm being honest. Miles is just oh, gee whiz, Peter, let me do this for you. Oh, gosh, golly, wow, Peter. Oh, my. Don't get me wrong, I liked Miles, but I want to like Miles. I want to love Miles instead of just being yeah, Miles is cool. Miles is in this game, and he's cool because he's Miles. I want to love this version of Miles, right? I love the Spider-Verse Miles. I want to love this one too. The next thing that I want from this game, that I think this game needs, is some gameplay variation from Peter, right? I don't want a reskin of all the same moves. Don't give me a robot Spider-Bug. I want some new stuff. I want some new gadgets. I want him to, honestly, get rid of all the old gadgets. Those are Peter's stuff. Besides maybe the regular webs, make playing as Miles feel different and more unique to Miles rather than just a reskin of Peter's. Something that I think the game doesn't need and that this game really should leave in the past is those kind of whack stealth missions, if you know what I'm saying. As I played the game a second time, they were just so boring. I get it. I know what's happening. Mary Jane's in the art museum or whatever. That's exciting. But yeah, get rid of these. You really don't need that. It doesn't fit. It's just going to slow the game down. But yeah, ditch the stealth missions. Leave them in the past. Okay, Insomniac, we had our fun, but just leave it. We're good. Let's move on. I also want lots of content, but different content, you know? In the Spider-Man PS4, we had so many things to do, right? We had the Black Cat, little picture things to do. We had the Sable. I want that to be a thing, but I want it to be different. I don't want to do more research stations and being oh, the birds are sick. I gotta go give the birds medicine. I don't want to do that. Make some new stuff, though. Have some side missions, kind of like how Arkham does it. How Arkham, they have oh, there's a Man-Bat mission, and there's a Penguin mission, and there's all these side missions with villains. Give me a few of those. We didn't really get that in Spider-Man PS4. We just got a Tombstone mission and a Taskmaster fight, which I think was kind of disappointing, if I'm being honest. You can give me some bases and stuff or things to take down, but just make it different from how it was in Spider-Man PS4. The last thing I really want in this game is an awesome soundtrack, right? Give me a cool soundtrack. Give me some old-fashioned rap. Give me some old-fashioned Harlem rap, you know? That would be super cool. It fits for Miles way more because of the environment that he's going to be in. He's going to be in Harlem. I saw that there was a Jaden and Kid Cudi song, I think, that's in it. And that's cool. That's definitely the right direction. It's going to be a good time. And yeah, that's pretty much what I want out of this Miles PS5 game. I hope it's good. I hope there's no dumb stealth missions. And I hope Miles is just more than a goody two-shoes who's oh, abracadabra, Peter. Wait, is he doing magic? Oh, abracadabra, Peter. Let me go lift up that box for that old lady. Let me do that.